Sabin Ceballos, I feel like you have been on a total roll basically since you joined the Giants organization, but it's been a great winter for you. You have the, the Premium 12 when you're playing for your country, the spring breakout. Every time you go up to the Major League camp, you had a hit. It feels like you are coming into the season with some amazing momentum. Is this like as good as you felt?
Yeah, I mean, it feels amazing. It's been a roller coaster since I came here. Not a lot of downs, but a lot of ups. And yeah, it's something that we work in the off season, and it's something that I'm happy with myself. But like we're not satisfied, so we want more.
I'd like to talk to you a little bit about growing up and playing baseball in Puerto Rico. Um, I feel like the Giants have been drafting guys out of Puerto Rican academies for years now. Obviously, Ramos and but Jose Ortiz and Jonesri Vargas, who I think went to your academy. Can you tell me a little bit about like what playing baseball in Puerto Rico as a kid is like, and what sort of the baseball academies are sort of like and about?
It's enjoyable. I mean, it's not like a big difference like in other countries in Latin America. The baseball is a little slower. We kind of play the same baseball, so yeah. When the scouts go to Puerto Rico to watch us play, it's nothing different. They expect us to play the American ball the way they're supposed to play, and we play that ball, they're gonna like us. So that's why you see like all these plays or all these names that you mentioned, like this guy getting drafted with us and like get the attention from the scouts. It's just because it's not a big deal and a big difference like in between the two baseballs. So it's just amazing to be part of it.
Who are the players or teams that you really grew up rooting for? I go back so far that I remember Orlando Cepeda and Roberto Clemente when I was a kid. Who were the guys that you loved watching when you were a kid?
So yeah, when I was a kid, I grew up watching A-Rod. That's when I started liking the Yankees as well. Like Elvis Rodriguez has been, the guy that I always been watching since I'm a kid. Growing up, like getting to high school, I like Correa just because he went to my same high school. And like growing up, like Correa, Javi, and Lindor, they were the main guys that I kind of watched when I was growing up. But yeah, early in the years, I like love A-Rod. I'm still watch some A-Rod videos to see like what do you do back in the moment, like back in the day, and that I can apply that now to be successful.
Yeah, that's the guy you kind of want to emulate with your game.
Yeah, 100%. Like especially like with what happened with him when he got to the Yankees, he was a shortstop. He got moved to third base. The same stuff happened with me since I get to college. I get some weight on, and like now I'm not this faster guy. I'm more like a strong guy that can't hit out. Like so, it's just like the same transition that he made like back in the day. It's the same one that the scouts made with me when I get to college. So yeah, it's something that I appreciate.
It must have been amazing, growing up and watching these guys to get to play for your national team or your home team. I know you did that in the Premium 12, I think maybe for the qualifying team, the WBC qualifying team.
Yeah, I do it when I was 15. When I was 15 years old, that was my first time. This time I was with the Premier 12. Amazing group that we brought, like amazing experience. Mexico, we get to play USA, like all that kind of stuff. It was a great experience having it. I mean, like I say earlier, I'm not satisfied. The goal is at one point in my career make the baseball classic. So let's see.
So coming out of high school, I know there was interest in you as a player, but you didn't go into that draft. You came up to Texas to go to JC for a while, and then ultimately up to Oregon. What was that decision process like for you? How did you make the decisions like, no, I'm going to go up to JC and try that, and then up to Oregon?
So back in those days, the decisions that I make, I was a kid kind of, so back in those days it was more like a family decision. I mean, they respect what I want, so that was like mainly my decision, but they actually like give me some feedback about it, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, obviously it was a tough one because you never know what's going to happen in the future, but like I take the risk and work pretty good. And what I am right now, I appreciate it. Like I thank God for that. But like it was a tough process. Like saying no to a draft twice, it's like a thing that people when you do it like around you, like hey, you crazy, like what do you do? Like you don't have to do it. You're ready to play pro ball. At the same time, like you want to challenge yourself to be better. So that's what I did back in the day. So I worked pretty good.
Yeah, you're betting on yourself that you're going to get better, right? San Jacinto is it's always been at the forefront of the JCs in the country. What is it that they do that makes that program so special?
Yeah, they development is really well. I mean, they develop players really well. When I get there, the scouts telling everybody in San Jack, all the staff that like, hey, I don't think this guy's gonna be a successful hitter. So yeah, they get on me and like they make myself the guy that I am to get my confidence back. So they like bet on your confidence more. Like mainly they bet on your confidence and they actually like going after that. They don't want like guys that have the talent but not have confidence. They want guys that have the confidence without having the talent. So that's one of the things. And they also get the talent too. So that's why like when they make a group of players, it's like a group of like it's a good mix. So it's like a great group that carried them to a World Series. So yeah, and the standard in San Jack, it's winning. They don't care about like how many players they get drafted, like what round they get drafted. By the end of the day, the only thing that we care back in the day was going to Junction. Like there was the World Series in Colorado. So yeah, that was the only thing that we cared. So that's why we were pretty special.
Do they use a lot of the like data analysis, technology stuff? They're kind of on the cutting edge, yeah.
Yeah, San Jack is just like a D1. Yeah. Like we have players transferred from D1, so by the time that those players coming back, like in January is a big time for San Jack. They get a lot of players like transferred to San Jack from D1, so they want to have those players feel like they're in D1, especially like young kids like me. When I get there, it feels like we're like D1 baseball or professional baseball. So all the data that we have here, all the data that we have in D1, San Jack have it. So it's one of the things and advantage that they have over other colleges.
So you get drafted by the Braves, barely like a year in, you get traded. I've talked to a lot of guys who get traded. It's always a little disorienting. What was that process like for you?
Yeah, at the beginning, it's just like a thing that you have to process. Everything went too fast. But at the same time, it was one of the best things that happened in my career so far. Vincent, I get to a guy and it's like I can play like myself. Like I don't want to say that I don't play like myself when I was in the Brave, but like I can be Sabin here, and that's something that I feel is at the first step that I get to be a Giant. So,
but obviously, one of the things that everyone noticed last you're at Oregon, you hit 18 home runs. You play for Atlanta, the home runs weren't there. You come to Eugene and like. Boom! It was like a light turning on. Was it going back to a place that was familiar? Was it comfort level or?
Yeah, 100%. It's like a place that I know what I have to do to hit the ball outside the field. So that was like a thing that I feel my confidence coming back when I get to Eugene. But like mainly early in the season, I came back after surgery, and then like some stuff happened, some swing changes at the beginning of the season that I don't like feel that I need to that much, and we start working on it. And yeah, it was not working out at the beginning, but then when I get Trey, I was like, all right, it's back home, so let's just put the show for the good.
So this is your first year kind of starting as a Giant. Do you feel comfortable? Is it like this is the place you're supposed to be now?
Yeah, 100%. It's like a comfortable place to play baseball. Everything around the Giants is like a family. Like it's like a healthy competition in between the players too. So it's something that like we like each other, like we love each other, and then like at the same time we competing for a spot. So and we competing to make our team better. Like that's the only standard that we have as a Giant is to make the Giants proud of us. So it's amazing how we work in this organization.
Well, it seems like you've had nothing but success since you've joined this organization. You're coming to a great league, a really great baseball town, and I can't wait to see how this year goes for you. It's going to be a fun ride.
Thank you, man.
All right. Thanks, Sabin.